Welcome dear learners. Welcome another video in quick review. In this video we will learn about the digestive system and absorption in a quick review manner. So let's start. Digestive system of humans mainly consists of two parts. This is number one and this is second one. The number one is alimentary canal and the second one is digestive glands. First, let's see alimentary canal. What is alimentary canal? Alimentary canal is a long tube about 8 to 10 meters long. About 8 to 10 meters long. It consists mouth, oral cavity or buccal cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine. These parts consists alimentary canal. And the accessory digestive glands which helps in digestion are called as digestive glands. They are also several types. They are number one is salivary glands and second one is gastric glands. The third one is liver, fourth one is pancreas, and fifth one is intestinal glands. And this alimentary canal starts with mouth and ends with anus. This is the overview of the digestive system of human beings. Let's see one by one now. We can display these parts as in this picture. First of all, mouth. Mouth is a opening of the alimentary canal. It is a transverse slit. And second part is oral cavity or buccal cavity. In this area, ingestion occurs. And the food is moistened with mucus and saliva, masticated to smaller particles by grinding with teeth and swallowed here. And the saliva present in buccal cavity contains ptyalin enzyme which digests the starch into maltose. The second part is pharynx. The oral cavity leads into a short pharynx which serves as a common passage for food and air. It leads into opening of larynx called glottis. A cartilaginous flap called epiglottis prevents the entry of food into glottis during swallowing. And next part is esophagus. Oral cavity leads through pharynx into tube-like structure, that is food tube. It is called as esophagus. Food is pushed through the esophagus by involuntary muscular movements called peristalsis, and no digestion occurs here. And the next part is called as stomach, the widest organ of the alimentary canal. It acts as a food reservoir. Food is stored temporarily in this area. And the next part is small intestine, which is present here. This is the largest and narrow tubular part of the alimentary canal. It is again divisible into three parts. The proximal part is called as duodenum. This is duodenum. And the next part, middle part is jejunum, and the end part is distal part is ileum. The next part is large intestine, which is shown here. The large intestine is also divisible into three parts. They are cecum, colon, and rectum. In these two areas also peristalsis pushes the materials present within them. And finally, the alimentary canal ends with and opens out with anus. This is the alimentary canal. And the accessory digestive glands are, as we discussed earlier. Number one is salivary glands. There are three types: parotid glands, sublingual glands, and submaxillary glands. This is the parotid gland and the sublingual glands and submaxillary glands. The saliva contains ptyalin enzyme which digests the starch into maltose. And next digestive glands are gastric glands. These are again divided into three types. They are fundic glands, and pyloric glands, and oxyntic, fundic or oxyntic glands, pyloric glands, cardiac glands. Cardiac glands. The fundic glands which secretes the hydrochloric acid and pepsinogen, that is pepsin enzyme. And the cardiac glands secrete mucin and very little pepsinogen. This pepsin helps in digestion of proteins. And finally, the liver. Liver secretes bile, and it is the largest gland in the body. It contains bile salts and bile pigments. The bile does not contain any enzymes. It is an enzyme-free secretion in the alimentary canal. It does the emulsification of fats in the small intestine. Next gland is pancreas. Pancreas is a heterocrine gland. That is it is also called as mixed gland, but it contains because it contains both exocrine and endocrine parts. Exocrine part of the pancreas secretes trypsinogen, chymotrypsinogen, amylase, lipase, and other some DNAs, RNAs, enzymes, which helps in digestion of starch, proteins, nucleic acids, and fats. Finally, intestinal glands. They lie in the wall of the small intestine. They are basically two types: crypts of lubricant and Brunner's glands. They also secrete some of the amylase, maltase, sucrase, lactase, lipase, nucleotidases, nucleosidases, enzymes. They digest the remaining food materials in the alimentary canal. Finally, the undigested material which is excreted through the anus. This is the simple overview of the digestive system. Thank you very much for watching.